Well, hello there, Pisces. Welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and I'm here to talk to you about July. July is going to be a big month. We got 5 weeks in it, so we're going to have the 5 columns of cards and 3 rows, and that will be the overview we're doing today, and then we'll go in depth on the very first week, which will, of course, be June 30th through July 6th. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get that candle lit so that we can get some good juju up in here. This is not a fancy candle. This is just a candle. It has no specific flavor or scent or crystal alignment per se, but it is full of brilliant light, and I really like it very much to bring good vibes to the reading and keeps me aligned with the light, as we do like to stay. All right, so let's go ahead and get us some guiding cards for you, okay, Pisces? Let's do it. Here we go. This is all pre-programmed decks. Ta-da! We're going to go ahead and grab one of these beautiful stone cards that are going to guide us. They're going to guide you for the month. I've been getting some really interesting new cards that I haven't seen in a while, so that's fun. And we have this deck here. We're going to go ahead and pull a message from these cards for you. It's right here. All right. So we'll set these aside as well. What did we get? Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. We have fluorite. Right. Fluorite's an excellent stone. So fluorite is every color of the rainbow, just so you're aware. It comes in so many opportunities and possibilities: blue, purple, yellow, green, orange, pink, all of them. And these are just, it means it covers all the chakras, the entire run of our entire bodies, all of the energy centers we have. This is a great stone. It's really especially fantastic for focus. If you're having an issue staying focused anywhere in your life or in part of your situation, it's always good to have some fluorite nearby. I always keep a little bit of fluorite nearby, especially while I do the readings. This is my fluorite tower. As you can see, it's got quite a few colors in it as well, keeping me grounded in the healing, but also all the way up to helping my third eye keep open and doing all the good things it needs to do. So that's my personal little extra stone that I keep. I don't even have it on camera all the time. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But it's extra awesome. And indeed, we are excited to see that here. This fluorite is absolutely fantastic for you. Very glad to see it. Your message is, ooh, money. Find a way to abundance. So, you're being encouraged to look for money wherever you can. Find ways, keep your eyes open, your ears open, and remain focused on finding abundance, all right? So that's kind of the deal. You are in a place right now where you're going to be looking for and staying focused on finding new ways to make more money, all right? Good for you. Excellent. Love that for you, Pisces. This is going to be a great, abundant month, I think, because that's how you is. You just make money, and that's what you do, all right? So, I mean, you're prolific in all things you attempt to do. So, good job. Love that for you. Let's go ahead and get into the overall layout, huh? Here we go. I have this pre-programmed deck for you, the Spiritsong deck of Tarot, and I'm going to lay out the 5 rows, the 5 columns and 3 rows, of course. 1 column for each week, and the 3 rows are where we are, what's blocking us, and what our solution is. So that's fun. The group message for all 12 signs this month is that we all need to breathe and integrate and really just sort of take in all the information from the past couple of months. We've been getting so much information that we're like not finding places for it in our world and in our lives and integrating how we use it. And now this is the month to start doing that, okay? So that's super cool. I like that very much for you. And of course, your own private message this month is that we want you, in whatever you're doing, however you're handling whatever you're doing, is to keep it legal. And I don't know how and why that message came up for me, but presto changeo, we want you to stay above board, make sure your taxes are getting paid and all that good stuff. I think we're going to try and keep you out of jail. How about that? Ha! I don't know why that comes up, but there it is, and I'm sharing it with you. There might be somebody who's wanting you to do some shady stuff, or suggesting that you do shady stuff, and we're going to not listen to that person, okay? We want to stay above board and keep you up here on the upper level, all right? Cool. Excellent. Let's go ahead and get into the overview. We have July. This is all of July, but this is going to be June 30th through July 6th. Let's start here. We'll go in depth on this at the end of this video, but right now we're going to go with this, all right? So we have the Nine of Swords, and yes, the suits on this deck are a little different than average, so I usually just turn everything into what I'm normally used to. Feathers are going to be swords, shells are going to be cups, crystals are going to be pentacles, and acorns are going to be wands, all right? So there you go. Those are the 4 suits of this deck, but I personally am just going to talk about them in the traditional suits because that's how I roll, okay? And I like to keep it simple and clear for all my viewers, all right? So the 9 of feathers is, of course, going to be the 9 of swords, reminding you that we have had experiences with our power in the past. That is, you know, we learn through screwing it up. We've had moments where we didn't do so well, but that's part of the deal, you know. That's how we learn, is by doing it wrong. And we're going to have that opportunity this week to remember how we did it wrong and make a new decision, okay? So try again. Don't stop yourself from stepping into your power, but do it differently than you did the last time, okay? The 10 of Cups is blocked. So because it's blocked, we're not going to have any big family gathering in this situation, so that's probably okay. You have a lot of things going on, and having a bunch of people around isn't necessarily going to be your best answer right now, okay? So you do your thing, and of course the 7 of feathers, the 7 of swords here is saying, once you're in charge now, you're going to be given an opportunity to be in charge again, and you have the 7 of swords here showing me that your solution is to delegate your work to people and trust them to do what they need to do, okay? So you're going to have like multiple groups of people that you're leading, right? So these multiple groups of people are going to be like, okay, we have a couple of people over here who are doing just fine. They might need some stuff. You say, hey guys, I got what you need. Let me know if you need anything else, and I'll order it for you and you'll be fine. Thank you, bye. You don't have to fiddle with them too much, okay? Now you got these other people over here who are having trouble, right? They're trying to get something fixed and taken care of, and what you have to do with these people is say, hi, let me know what you need, and I will get it for you, because I trust that you've done this enough that you will be able to fix it, okay? By the way, I have information about this if you want it. Let me know. Walk away. Get them their tools and whatever they need. There may be another extra guy. Give them what they need. Let them work on it. And then come back in a couple of days and say, how's it going? How's it going? And if it's not quite right yet, you say, well, yeah, I have some experience in this. Let me know what you need and I'll help you out. Okay? And walk away. They have to ask for it. Do you see what I'm saying here? You need to make them ask for your help and your information. Otherwise, you're just the guy who's going to walk in and go, you should do this, man. You should do that. You're really going to do it like that? Blah, blah, blah. We've all had horrible bosses that did that stuff. You may have had experiences similar to that, either people doing it to you or you doing it to other people. You're going to do something different this time. Delegate things and let other people do the work. You don't have to do everything for once, Pisces. You do not have to be the only one working, okay? And you can walk away. unless it's about health and safety, you don't have to tell them exactly how to do every single thing. As long as it gets done, it's getting done. You don't have to, it doesn't always have to be exactly the way you would do it, unless it's a health and safety situation, or you have specific information that is specific to the process, okay? Now then, let's move on to the next week. Congratulations on the whole new thing. Dun, dun, dun. Hopefully you're getting paid for all that. July 7th through the 13th, we have the Queen of Swords. Yes, there will be a lady who wants to be in charge of everything, who's going to show up, start swinging her stick around and going, hey, I know what's going on here. I know how to do this. Blah, blah, blah. This is how it should be done. Da, 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 da. That's going to be interesting for you, because you've already just taken care of becoming and delegating everything and making sure everything is right. All right, so just sort of see what she has to say. Maybe she'll be okay. You never know. We are not getting new information this week about ways to make more money. All right, so that sucks, because that's kind of our whole shtick this week. This whole month, we're all about the money, okay? So indeed, this person is not bringing any information about they're not getting any new information about money, all right? So just kind of keep your head down, especially around her, and see where you can get to, okay? Now, fighting for your, Knight of Pentacles. In this case, you're going to actually have to fight for your worth and value. This lady's going to come in and tell you, what are you doing? What's going on? And why is that? And you're like, dude, I just did all this work, and I got all these things going on, and all these plates are spinning properly, and people are doing exactly what they need to be doing, and it's great. I deserve more money. And she's going to be, hopefully, a little bit receptive. We will find out in the in-depth reading how she responds to that. But let's keep going, right? For now, I can't tell for sure how she's going to respond to that, but that is your solution, is to ask for more money. All right? Now, for the 14th through the 20th of July, we have the Two of Swords, which is showing that you're at crossroads a little bit. There's something going on where you really want to pay attention to how it's all making you feel. You're feeling a little bit nervous in the situation. Right now you're feeling nervous. Maybe it's because she hasn't responded yet to your request for more money. And you're like, oh, brother, she could fire me. Yeeks. Faith is not going to get you there. So this is the Hierophant letting us know that you're not going to be able to step into your faith to get you where you want to go. You're going to have to stay really strong in the situation and not, well, just know with confidence that you've done all the right stuff over here. You have nothing to be afraid about. However it goes, it will go, right? You will, of course, have an opportunity to help other people. Your solution is to help other people with your power, okay? So in the end, this person is probably going to leave you in charge, which is good. I like that. She's finally going to let go of the handlebars and say, you're doing fine, carry on. Whether or not you'll get the extra money, I'm not sure yet. The following week, the 21st through the 27th, we have the Five of Cups. So remembering past relationships and how we interacted in situations so that we can move forward in our current relationships more correctly. How's that? Ha-ha. More correctly. Well, with better insight, right? We want to make sure we're not repeating old behaviors, because that's a pain in the butt. Now, where you're blocked this particular week, the 21st to the 27th, is the Nine of Wands. Standing up for who you are and what you're all about isn't going to get you where you want to go, okay? So being super strong and stuck in the mud about who you are, like, but this is me, and this is it, and this is what... And normally, with this card, I'm always like, don't change who you are. And yet, as you go about this particular week, not changing who you are, you know, this could be really a bump in the road with your relationship. Because of the relationship situation here, this may be a soul-searching week, right? Where we kind of go in there and look at ourselves. Nobody else can change you. Absolutely. Nobody else can make a decision that maybe you want to make a change in who you are. The only one who can change you is you. And so this is about whether or not you've decided, by looking at who you are and what your past mistakes were, Maybe you see remnants or possibilities of you having returned to old behaviors that are getting you nowhere. And you're looking at it and you're finally going, my gosh, I might just have hit bottom on this situation. I might have just done this for the last time. I would like it to be the last time. What if I did something different? And you're blocked pretty much for making any major changes. I'm not going to lie. You are blocked for making any major changes right now. But the fact that you're having a soul-searching moment is cool. I'm okay with it. But I feel like you can still soul-search. You just can't make the change yet, okay? So when it's time, you'll be able to make that change, okay? In the moment, though, you need to stay you as you are. Like I said, one more time, this part of you having people telling you what to change, haha, never works. Remembering those messages from the past. And the Four of Pentacles is here to your financial foundation is getting stronger. Go figure, right? With all this craziness, I think you're finally finding a way through to stabilize your finances. That's a totally incredible and amazing opportunity. Very good. Like that. You've had so many swords, and here's some more. So we have the 10 of Swords, the final week of July, the 28th through August 3rd. I feel like the money came through finally. At long last, you were given that raise you asked for, and that's good news. Because the final week of July, 28th through August 3rd, you are put in charge of everything. Boom, you are the boss. Hello, good job. Be a good boss. Take care of your people will take care of you. You are a good guy. You've learned lots of things about being a boss from screwing it up. And now here you are, the big boss. You are going to be able to assert yourself in a way where you're showing people how to do what they don't know how to do, but in a pleasant way. You're also going to be in a position to, let people make good decisions, because most people actually know how to do their jobs. And you can say, hey, go do that. Great. And not have to worry so much. If there's a one specification you need to give them, you're like, okay, we're going to do that thing, and we're going to do that thing upside down, and that's how that's going to go over there. Bye. And that'll be it. You don't have to say a whole lot of stuff. They'll handle it from there. This is good news. It means that you're hiring the right people, and the people know how to do their jobs, and that's really good news. Excellent. We have the Queen of Wands here, and the Queen of Wands is blocking you right now. So this is a down-to-earth, easygoing lady or feminine energy person who is absolutely super cool, super chill, but she's maybe distracting you while you're trying to be the boss. All right? And when she distracts you while you're trying to be the boss, delegate something to her that puts her out of your face. Okay? That's it. That's the easiest solution for this person, is you want to delegate something to her and get her out of your face. Because you actually have the Four of Cups here. And that's, yeah, no, that's totally smart. Okay, you're going to put her out of your face somewhere else where she won't be distracting you. And the Four of Shells, you are stabilizing the foundation of your heart. Okay? Maybe this person is going to be flirting with you and looking at you and distracting you from being in charge over here. And that's not great news, okay? You need to not be distracted. You need to stay focused on your own personal relationship and in charge, okay? So, cool. Now we have an idea what's coming down the pike for July. We're going to set these cards over here so that we can go in depth on this first week right now. All right? So that's cool. I like doing that. So here they are. Bam. The first week of July is, of course, June 30th through July 6th. And this is a section of the Alleyman's Tarot that has been programmed specifically for you for this specific week. Let's go ahead and lay these out and see what comes up. All right. Not to worry. I need you to know this deck has so many death cards in it, and they of course never mean what you think they mean, so it's good. We're all in on this situation. Okay, so let's look at what we got going on here. So we were talking about the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords being that moment when we were given an opportunity to be in charge, but we remember the past where we had regrets, right? We're like, oh shit, I kind of screwed that up and it didn't go very well, and I was very sort of bummed about how that went. You may or may not have been in a position to actually do apology things or whatever, but you certainly are in the moment of realizing how you might want to do something differently, or thinking about how you would do it differently now, to become more empowered in that situation. So, right? So we have the Death card, which is telling me that there's something you need to let go of. This could be physical stuff, a way of thinking, a job, or even a relationship. This speaks plainly to a way of thinking that has been holding you back. Maybe how you manage is what you need to let go of so you can move forward. Interestingly, you are really digging deep. Okay, this is a strength card. This is showing me that you are going deep down into the annals of who you are, and how you were treated when you were a kid, and how you were treated when you were working as a younger person, and how, you know, all your experiences with good bosses and bad bosses, and how you responded, but also how you can fix, change, and alter the situation now as you move forward by emulating the good bosses, and really, really practicing, like consciously deciding to do it differently than you did it before, because you know you did it more like the bad bosses than you did the good bosses. And now you're tossing out the old boss, the old bad boss that's living inside you, and you're going to pick up this new boss, all right? You're going to create a new boss who's super awesome and cool and takes care of his people, and his people take care of him. This is going to be great. It's an opportunity. This is not a terrible thing. All right. Now the Ten of Cups is here to say getting together with friends and family right now might not be the best timing, because I can tell you that when you're doing super soul searching and you're looking at your dark self and what happened back then and what's happening now, it's not comfortable, and it doesn't make you want to hang out with your friends, especially if some of them were around at that time. You find yourself asking weird questions and things get really awkward, and it's not a good time. So hang out solamente hoy, okay? All by your lonesome. It'll be okay. The Hanged Man is here, saying you getting hung up on things is going to be a problem for you. So one more time, we're finding the information, addressing it, finding the solution, and applying it instead of hanging out, wallowing in it, okay? Don't wallow in the problem. You're going to step into the solution. Now, of course, getting new financial advice right now isn't really on tap. It's just not good timing for that either. So you're not hanging out with friends. You're not wallowing in your sadness. You're using this as for practical purposes only, okay? You dip into the darkness only for practical purposes to come out a new person. And no, you're not going to borrow money. You're not going to talk about money, and you're not going to look into where your money is headed right now. Somebody else will tell you if something is astray, okay? We need you to stay focused on the job stuff right now. Now, your solution, of course, we talked about delegation and showing people what to do, making them ask for information, because if they have to ask for it, then you're not shoulding them, right? We all know that a boss who shoulds you should do this and you should do that, is less likely to be our favorite boss, right? So we're delegating, here's a project, go do that. Let me know if you need any tools, bye. And that way you're like providing them with what they need and letting them be their own solver of problems, right? Now, on the other hand, when they come back and like, oh, this is what's going on, well, how do you want to fix it? Ask them how they want to fix it. Then give them what they need to fix it and set them on their way. You don't need to be the one who goes and micromanages the problem. You can let them fix it themselves. So you're going to be a really good boss now. Huzzah! Very good news. Liking that. This is that whole... One more time, you got another death card. And he's at work as well. We have two death cards, and they're both at work, right? This one's got shovels and a pick. and this one's got a scythe. So, you know, they're workers, and they're doing different things. But this one's releasing control. And I think that when you step into your solution and you release the micromanaging control side of yourself, you'll find yourself in very good stead. All right? Cool. And there's this card here, which is the Five of Cups, showing that there's some stuff that's like water under the bridge, right? Okay, so we're letting some emotional memories from the past, right here, go, so that we can interact in current relationships differently. All right, so we have to be the bigger person in this situation. Maybe we said some wrong things, or some wrong things were said to us, and instead of holding a grudge against somebody, we're going to let it go and go ahead and try out this whole new boss project in spite of what happened, right? And like, okay, you're on my crew, you're a good person, I know you work well, I'm going to send you off to do your job. Excellent, perfect, love that. But you're not going to hold a grudge about whatever they said before. They were like, you know, whatever that was, they might have been right. You know, they might have been right. Back when you were a bad boss, their words might have been right, but here you are in a situation being a good boss, and you have to let go of that stuff if you want to have the good employee, right? So this is going to be helpful, and you're going to learn what not to say in this moment. You're going to be very cautious and careful with your words, and unless they ask, don't offer any advice, because they don't really want advice until they ask, okay? Cool. You need some rocks, Pisces. Let's get you some rocks for this week. You need something for your pocket. Alrighty then. What do we have? Ooh, we have black tourmaline, we have obsidian, and we have blue apatite. Haha! I love this. So, the black tourmaline is keeping you grounded and super earthbound so that you're not getting all lost in a bunch of hooey stuff, right? You're going to take all of this information that's very practical and you're going to apply it to your practical life. Perfect. We have the black obsidian, which is a vacuum cleaner, a hoover, and it sucks away all the negative bullshit that's happening. So if we find ourselves naysaying ourselves or getting lost in other stuff, we need to get back on track. So we have let the negative get hoovered out. Maybe it's our own self-talk telling us that we were a terrible boss, we should never boss again, because we are a boss and we're a good boss, so we're going to be fine. And we have blue apatite. The blue apatite is a wonderful, lovely, earthy, healing stone for your throat, and it keeps things down on the earth plane, so when you're explaining stuff to people, it won't be patronizing, it won't be, how dumb can you be? It will be, hey, yeah, I know what to do right there. This is how I do it. And that is how you should approach any opportunity to share information with somebody, is this is how I would do it, right? As opposed to this is how you should do it. It's this is how I would do it. That way you're not telling them what to do. You're just explaining them what your experience has been. Oh, in the past I've had this experience, so this is what I've done in this situation. Nice? You see the words? The words are different. The words feel different. And you're going to use good, healthy words, and you're going to use healing words that are going to come across very smartly, and you're going to be a really good, new, born-again boss. Ta-da! Very excellent. Very wonderful. I mean, so funny that such an intense air sign should, or water sign should have so much fire. But yeah, no, you are indeed a person who is going to be moving forward in the boss department in a very good way. I like that very much. Okay, I'm going to put these rocks down right here because, you know, I mean, hey, you really don't have to carry those rocks if you don't want to. But I know that they'll be helpful to you if you do. And but if you want to carry something else, just let me know what it is, because I find it very fascinating what you carry and for what situations. So keep me posted. I love that very much. And if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, now's a good time to do that. It's totally free. And there's no extra stuff stuck to my videos right now. No extended videos, and there's no information you're missing. It's all right here, right now. Okay? And I look forward to seeing you next week. Next week. Yes, we're doing next week. Indeed. We'll talk about the 7th through the 13th. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. We'll see you then.